Greetings to episode 5 of this 6-part video series for Zwift for beginners, and today we're going to talk all about group rides. And I feel like group rides are basically at the heart of Zwift, and it's what it's all about. And it's about connecting with other people, riding with other people from literally all over the world. And so group rides are just the best way to do that. And there are so many of them to choose from. You are definitely going to find one that's right for you. And I think you need to think about group rides as like your local like cafe ride, your club ride. And there's going to be loads of chatting and people wait on hills for you, and it's just such a nice way to connect with the Zwifters. So now I'm going to head over to the Zwift Companion App to show you how to actually find a event. So this is the home screen. If you want to click on the bottom where it says events, click there, and that is going to show you all the events that are happening today. There is an option where that little arrow on the right hand side is. If you click that, that'll show you the events that are on tomorrow as well. You can keep doing that and finding, different days. So we're back onto today, and the first thing you want to do is click the filters button, because this is going to allow you to filter through all the events on Zwift to finding just group rides or group workouts if you want. But I'm just going to have a look now. And so I'm going to actually check, I'm just going to put group rides in and fondos because they're always fun to do together. So fondos are just longer rides. So if you click that, apply filters, and that is going to bring up all the group rides that are on today from now. So if you scroll up, you'll be able to see all the different ones, and it'll show you on the left hand side of each individual event whether or not they are based on distance or on time. So you'll see some are 60 minutes, some are 35k, 45 minutes, 60 minutes, 60 minutes. And on the right hand side of each individual event, you'll see these little letters, and they represent different categories. So depending on what pace they're going to be ridden at. So if you go into one of the events, so this one is SZR Women's Bike Social Ride, and there are a lot of women specific events. So if you are new to Zwift and you are female and you want just lots of women around you, there are definitely lots of options for that. So that will show you the time that the group ride is going to take place. So it's going to be 60 minutes, and it's the flatland loop. So group rides are always on a set route. They're chosen by the person that sets up the event. So you'll see this one is flatland loop, and this one is category C, women's. So if you want to do that, you would just click the little plus button, and then once I'm on Zwift, it will prompt me to join that event. And if for whatever reason you change your mind, you don't want to ride that one anymore, you just click the check mark and it will take you from the ride. Another good thing that you can do with the filters is choose the category or whether or not you want them to be a women only ride. So if you click on the top of this screen, so if you have the icon highlighted, that means that's what you're searching for. So if I want to say a women's event with category D, I would just make sure that those ones were highlighted, apply filters, and they will show me all the women's rides that are on that day in that category or in those categories. And also a thing to note about group rides is, I know there's a bit of a fear that, oh, I'm not quick enough, I'm going to be left behind. You won't be. On the group social rides, people are just so nice and they want to ride in groups and they want it to be inclusive, so don't feel like you're going to be left on your own. So now I'm going to choose a ride to do, and I'm going to show you actually what it looks like on screen. So let's have a look what's on. I think this one looks a good one. So this one's 4 o'clock. It is 23.5 kilometers total and 172 meters elevation. And let's ride. So there's one person I know who I follow on Zwift that is doing that, and there's a total of 247 people. And I'm gonna enter that. So you just click that, and that will show that I'm gonna ride it. So let's get spinning my legs and join the ride. On the home screen, when you're actually in Zwift, on the top right side of the page, it says upcoming events, and they're the upcoming events that are on. So you can see the top one, which is the one that I've signed up to. You can see that I've signed up to it because it says go in, there's like a little orange tab. Also, you can have a little look through if there's any other there that you fancy doing. But let's click ride. So as soon as I've got into Zwift, it says the event is starting. So you just click on that, you click let's go, or you can click join event on the left there. I would suggest always aiming to get on Zwift probably about at least 5 minutes before, just to make sure that you're there in the startup for the group ride. So click let's go. we're changing worlds. So as you can see now, this is the start of the group ride. Some rides have special kits, which is why you saw my outfit change, whereas other rides might change shoes, bikes or helmets. And now I'm going to show you how to actually talk to other Zwifters in this group ride. To ensure that the Zwift Companion activates, the device that you're going to use Zwift Companion on must be on the same Wi-Fi network as the device that you're running Zwift on. So once you're in the Companion app, it will automatically bring up your ride that you're currently doing. And if you click on the bottom, the fourth one across, messages, it will instantly take you within that group chat. So, hello from the UK too. Send that and that will appear on the screen. It's so good. So the chat on the right in that kind of box stays there until you actually set off. So you'll see in a minute. Oh, that's all not in now. Hey, Debbie. Right, we're off. And generally, for events, you'll all be in the same kit, which just makes it feel like a proper club ride. So if you type in chat now, your message will appear on the side of the screen. So let me just do it again. And what I find with group rides where there are a lot of people signed up is generally you form like little mini subgroups like you would on an outdoor cafe ride. So now we've got like 5 of us together. Oh, we've got a bigger group now. I really love the group ride. So if you're ever feeling like you want to ride and you're just like, oh, I ain't got the motivation to do it on my own at the minute, go and have a look what group events are on, because there'll be something that you want to do. Another way to actually speak to fellow Zwifters in your group ride is using Discord. So Discord is a separate app that I think a lot of gamers use, and a lot of Zwifters have taken it on board for their group ride. So basically how it works is everyone has a link to a specific, I guess they're called channels, and you basically just sign into that, and it means that you can press a button and you just join voice and everyone can chat. There's also a push to talk function so that everyone doesn't have to hear you like sweating away and pushing it really hard on Zwift, or also loud turbo trainers or your music. So that's another really good way of connecting with your fellow Zwifters. But I'll leave some articles below about that, of how to actually sign up and do Discord if that's what you want to do. I love group rides so much that I actually host 2 different ones every single month. So they're the first Tuesday of the month. And the first one is at 5 PM UK time, and it's a women's social ride. So it's really steady pace, really chatty. If you're new, that'd be a really great new one for you if you're female and you want to just ride with other women that just like to chat. And then the second one is the first Tuesday of the month at 7 PM, and that is a sub-hour Alp to Zwift. So Alp to Zwift is a climb in Zwift. And yeah, it's a lot of people's goal to be able to get under it under an hour, and I pace that ride up there. There is another option to do that in an hour and a half, so depending where you're at with your fitness, choose either of those. But it'd be amazing to have you along for those, because the community is just what makes Zwift so amazing. So I hope you found that video helpful. Any questions, leave them in the comments, and I will see you next video. Don't get a parcel on a group ride.